How much did that three-point shooting affect you guys?
Well, I mean, certainly it set the tone with all the threes they made early. We haven't been making threes at a very good clip recently at all, so it's a huge deficit. It was a deficit for us early in the season too, when we were, in the first handful of games, and we had been shooting it better. But yeah, I mean, I think, but it's for me, it's the threes are one thing. It's the on-ball defense was lacking tonight where it needed to be.
Came out of that second half with some extra fire, and you're shorthanded already, but Carl goes out. How did that kind of challenge present you guys even more?
Yeah, I mean, obviously super concerned about that. Big blow for us. I did like the way we started the second for sure. Again, we left a lot of work to be done, so everything had to fall perfectly for us. But I thought the guys did a good job of regrouping after Cat's injury, and still out there fighting. But
we saw the team announced a right calf strain for Carl. Do you have any clarity?
I do
beyond
not.
that?
I just briefly saw him on the way here, so there's
any solace that it's a calf strain as opposed to something else when it's a non-contact injury like that.
Hopefully that's that's where it comes down. But we'll have it evaluated tomorrow. So.
You were kind of using the analogy of the finger in the dike before.
Yeah.
Is on-ball defense one of those things where it seemed like
right now.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, on-ball defense has got to be better. Just got to be better. And they did a good job of, with Porzingis, they were able to pull Rudy away from the basket, and then they made it a drive game. We just got to settle in, and when we did a good job of containing the drive, I thought we were really good, but it wasn't consistent enough.
If you are down Carl for any amount of time coming up here, how might that change how you view lineups or your style of play? Or
for sure, I mean, we're gonna have to look at what our options are with who else is available at that point. So, but we'll just have to figure that out. So,
Chris, I know this has been a very odd start to the season. I know if you could put your finger on it, you would do that and it would get solved. But how frustrating is it that there just doesn't seem to be continuity from night to night so far?
No, it's super frustrating, David. I think there's a lot of teams that feel, when you look around the league, if you feel like we're all in the same boat, talking to some other coaches out there, not really knowing what team is going to show up from night to night. I just told our guys, 5 days ago we played our best basketball of the season, and we feel like we're a million miles away from that. But the reality is, I don't think we are. We just got to get our turnovers under control and our fouling, and those are things that have been kind of bugaboos for us all season, if you will. And when they rear their head like they have done in the last couple games, it's been really, 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 detrimental.
John, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, we've talked a lot about the on-ball defense. Do you have guys that are capable of doing it for extended stretches, or is that a hole on this roster that you just can't cover up right now?
I think we have guys that can do it better than we've been doing it, John. I think for sure. I think maybe at times we've relied too much on Rudy on the back line, and we got to be a little bit more resilient on the initial line of defense. So,
Chase, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, we saw Rudy at the start of the second half playing more of like a rover type role almost. Is that kind of a solution, you think, when there is the five who wants to play away from the basket?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that we probably should have gone to, and maybe to start the game. Then obviously they changed the complexion of the floor with changing their lineups. And, we got to go back to shuffling the deck